Coming down Boyer Street in Coopersdale. Should be coming up on the old P-Jack house. And here it is. There's the old P-Jack house. Used to be a right there where that house is. Used to be the store, the P-Jack store. Here's where the streetcar tracks used to end in Coopersdale. Tracks came down there, made a loop right around here where these cars are, and there was the car barn where they park at night, and when they're running they would loop around and back up Cooper Avenue. Right here by this house, that's where we'd stand and wait for the streetcar. And after we got off the streetcar from uptown, cross the highway here and walk along this sidewalk back towards Tanneryville, which is what I'm doing right now. Here's where the Hawes Refractories company was, and the mine was in that hill where you see grass. Two mines went in, and this was all brickyard. And now back in those trees was the mule stable, where Grandpa or my dad would tend the mules at weekends. Hey, look, there's still some railroad track here on this side. And there's the river. Boy, that wall is sure steep. We used to play on it, and you just barely keep from sliding down. Yeah, here's what they called the bend. Seemed like wind would always whip around here pretty strong. Over there is a so-called shell plant built during World War II to build shells and other stuff that's still in operation doing something. It's a big factory, and they even housed German prisoners there in World War II. Still called the shell plant. Now to get to Naylor Road, you have to turn up on this street, which they call Natalie Street, right by the church here, for a block, and then turn right. Pick up Naylor Road. So I guess here's the beginning of Naylor Road. You have to turn right off of Natalie Street, and Naylor Road's down here. Here is the only apartment building in Tanneryville back in the 50s. It's a pretty good sized building. The first floor was a bar, a saloon, right there with the doors, and inside bar, beer. And, Uncle Joe had an apartment when he first got married with Mert. I think Danny was a baby here. Uncle George and Pauline lived here a while when Butch was a baby. To get to the apartment, you walk down this walkway and went in the door. At the end of that walkway was the outhouse, which was very long. I think it was one hole for each apartment. So it was a multi-hole outhouse. Looking back towards the highway, here the creek that came looking up Naylor Road. So when we would slide our sleds down here, right right there in the middle of the picture. That's the living room where I was born. This alley now has a name, Merritt Avenue or alley. And down that alley, the end of, not the end, but down there is Richie Scavera's house. There's my old house. You see the original wood siding, then the brown siding put after that, about 19. My bedroom, and a little room in that little window on the top, that's the attic window. That's where I had all kind of stuff, my museum. I could go up there and play, all that stuff. My bedroom. And here's Brem's house. Frank and Julie Brem lived there, Ronnie and Chunk and Carol. I spent some nights in there. I spent a night up in that second floor on the right. It was the bedroom. When Sis was born, I had to stay over here. Because Befana lives. Here's what it looks like walking down Naylor Road.